Hello fans of Marvel heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to this very special episode on the breaking news with regard to the removal of the Fantastic Four plus the Silver Surfer from the shop itself, as well as all the costumes. So some of you may have read it online already, and I got it alerted from one of you in my YouTube channel. If you log into the game, they say that from July 1st, the following heroes will not be able to, available for purchase, and so on and so forth. So now, if you take a look at the actual post itself from the comicbook.com, it is really about the new renewed licensing agreement that Gazillion do not have the right to continue selling these characters anymore moving forward. So I think it's some kind of fallout between the Marvel as well as the Fox, and we can't get it somewhere in the middle of it. And also, what it really means is that you have until a certain time to purchase all these hero with Splinter and with G as well. And what happened to those who has already got it purchased or unlocked? You get to sort of like keep it, continue playing it. So for some of you who has been like me, unlocked the heroes of Fantastic Four as well as the Silver Surfer, you will not be affected by this this kind of like change. And last but not the least, they have committed to continue, upgrading the heroes and so on and so forth with the Omega gear, and but they just can't sell it anymore. So that's the gist of it. And I've also been looking around with the, because this is the very last chance I could buy any costume. So I've been looking into are there any costume I would like to buy? I think right now is the half price, if I'm not wrong. So the Fear itself is really nice. But it's like 700 odd, I have 5,000 odd. I don't know, I'm still not really know whether I should buy some of these or not, although it is a very last chance. So Thing is one of the candidates. Another one that got me kind of like, then I look at Mr. Fantastic as well. Basically just, I've got this costume, and there's a red one as well, which is kind of striking if you play with, your friend on Sue Storm, also with the red kind of like costume. But I think going back to Thing, if you take a look at his, I'm not going to say his thing. So one of these is like, this is actually rather nice as well. I believe it's one of the Chase costume. They say that the price never drops. So although now I think it's the half price going on with the costume, but the price still remains as $13.25 if you buy it, without discount, the G itself. So and problem with Chase costume is a little bit dated. They never quite update the visual kind of thing. So yeah, I mean the red one also very striking as well. There is another one. I've got this one from the pack. One of you gifted me this one a while ago, the black jersey. I actually prefer this one. Very striking on Thing. So I think I'm sort of like happy with where I am on Thing. With regard to Silver Surfer, that would be I think the Exile is the one that has the special effect. Instead of the white color, I think they have some other color, blue color for some of this power and so on. So this is rather attractive as well. Then you have the Keeper kind of thing. But I like Silver Surfer as a hero design, meaning that I enjoy playing him as an EMF kind of like power. But I don't really like his personality in game. Just me. You guys know about it. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I will buy that in a way. Mr. Fantastic, I show you. Then you have the Invisible Woman as well as a Human Torch. So I sort of like, I rushed back from work thinking that I would buy this one, but I realized that I don't like the face design. Sorry, I mean I think some heroes, they've done it quite well, but it is just one of those in the older days when they designed the female just not quite like a female, like Black Cat or Invisible Woman. I think now the newer hero design like Psylocke is actually looking pretty feminine, but it's just a bit like a man to me without a wig, or even with a wig it looked like a man. But I was actually tempted on this Invisible Woman's Ultimate FF costume, but I think I went to the website, do some Google search. I think the lips are a bit too thick for me. Just my personal taste. I mean, I'm really picky on those art stuff. I like it, I like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. Human Torch wise, I mean, are there any one that strike me? I think this one probably kind of like got me thinking a little bit, because it's kind of unusual to have the costume that doesn't look like the fiery one, you know, because the rest of it looks like just fire. But this one is the one that, you know, pretty striking. So, you know, if I buy, I may buy this one, but I think yeah, so I logged back in, wanted to know whether I'll buy any of this or not. I probably would not buy any of this. And yeah, I mean, that is really about what I want to say here, really, and just play a little bit of Fantastic Four, knowing that it will disappear from the game. But not that it will affect me, though. I mean, you know, think about it, you know, all these things are not going to affect me in any case. I've got it unlocked already. You know, out of this Fantastic Four, right, if I am to say, ooh, there's a, ooh. Yeah, let me just get this one sorted a little bit. Yeah. Manic. Yep, invisible. Ooh, I've got the. Yep, so this is the Invisible Woman. I don't have any blessing, by the way. I removed that for other heroes because that's what I usually do. I don't really have a lot of, you know, OD mark, so I'll just like yeah. Usually I'll just, you know, kind of yeah, I kind of transfer the blessing here and there. So now I'd like to show you the, in case you still have time to unlock through either money or don't know what. Let me just try to loot all these things, man. It's so hard to loot. By the time you loot, you are dead already. Okay, let me just go back to the, I want to show you the hero synergy, because that is where probably you would like to decide if you want to unlock today or not, or soon, very soon. So from a hero synergy point of view, let's start with the Invisible Woman, because if you cannot unlock, you cannot, like, you know, have it anymore. Plus 2% energy damage as well as the flat rating multiplier. It's not really a must-have, at least for me. There are other heroes that give you better energy damage, and the flat rating multiplier is kind of not really that good in my book, because it's subjected to diminishing return even after you multiply it by 2 extra %. It doesn't translate to much. Human Torch is actually rather nice. It gives you a overall 5% area power damage. Although nowadays there are lesser and lesser heroes that do a pure kind of like area kind of thing. But I would say Human Torch is rather good for that area power damage. That's one. Mr. Fantastic is fantastic. I mean, you know, because of the crit damage, which you don't find in any heroes, as well as the 5% crafting discount, which I find it very useful, because in this game there's so many like regearing. They have so many rework on all these things that are going on. I need to transfer blessing and bind artifact and whatnot gear all the time, because Gazillion keep changing the system. So I found that the 5% crafting discount is actually very useful, at least for me. What about Silver Server? Move speed 3%, and then after that energy damage. Again, it's not really a must-have for me. My apologies, my wife is cooking right now, so it's kind of noisy. The energy damage is I have much better one somewhere else. Doesn't have to have a Silver Server. Move speed is not really that kind of a big thing as well. As for thing, is basically target attacking you, which I find in very limited cases, whereby if you if you have team up, it doesn't really target you all the time. If you have the if you go in the group environment, it doesn't target you all the time. I don't think this is a necessary kind of must-have. So all in all, if I must recommend one heroes out of these 5 characters that soon to be disappear from the vendor and the store, I would say the Human Torch. And I have a lot of fun playing Human Torch as well. I think, yeah, if you look at the fun factor of it, Human Torch is very fast moving, has a lot of, like, you know, fire everywhere. I love the effect of it. It's like, you know, just the way that, you know what, let me just pop some Human Torch here and there, just in case you guys are curious. I mean, right now it's not gear, not anything, but, you know, it kind of like nice. You can have quite a lot of like things going on. I think they change it a little bit though. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fire going on. And you have many fires going on. So anyway, all these are like untalented without costume core and stuff like that. So yeah, But I mean, I always enjoy Human Torch a lot when I play, so I highly recommend him as a hero that you can explore. I think last time was better when they don't have the mobility update. You can just dash anytime, and he is so agile. Now it's I have to hold it and run around like this. So it's just like that. By the way, my wife is still cooking, so that's why a lot of frying sound. So that is the Human Torch and the Mr. Fantastic. I mean, you know, I like him in a way that he's kind of hilarious. He can turn into a ball kind of thing, like this one here. like you can do in the ball kind of thing, and yeah, I find it rather interesting. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah. Look at that, man. I mean, I don't know whether it's a bug or what, man. What's up with this guy, seriously? Well, yeah. So that is Mr. Fantastic for you. He's totally fantastic. If it was a bug, then I don't think they will fix it in the near future, because they will say, well, you know, no one is going to buy this hero anymore. That's what happened. So that's Mr. Fantastic in a very fantastic costume. That is so weird, man. It's the first time I see after the biggest update ever. Is it ever like that, really? That's Mr. Fantastic? What? That is hilarious. Wow, I'm going to keep this guy. I think you should unlock for this one, man. Seriously, this Mr. Fantastic. Maybe that's why they lost their license. No, just kidding. Yeah, I don't think I need any introduction on Thing. It's very much like a classic brawler. You know, the Silver Server is one of my favorite, who can do a lot of, like, you know, beam and, you know, EMF and stuff like that. But I kind of feel sad that you know, no one can really unlock Silver Server anymore, because I think out of the 5 character, Silver Server is definitely one of the best heroes for me to play and stuff like that. So yeah, so that is really all. Not really a big video here. Just would like to hear your thoughts as well. What do you think about this? I mean, you know, how is it going to affect the whole franchise? What does this tell you? I mean, I think one of the very interesting conversation I had with my friend over Steam is that what if one day, you know, Marvel doesn't like the relationship with Fox on the X-Men kind of franchise. They say that all X-Men, you know, no more X-Men, cannot sell it anymore. So I think as per the license until 2019, they are still able to have it in the game because people buy it already. But I do not know what's going to happen after 2019. And I think, you know, looking back, if you play a game that is with the Marvel franchise, I think we have to be very aware that whatever money we put in, whatever time we put in, is all affected by this kind of like an IP thingy. Look at that, man. It's all affected by this IP kind of like, you know, kind of like intellectual property governing the whole thing. You may one day just find yourself not able to play or unlock certain heroes or costume no more. Your hero no longer, you know, on sale. They claim that they will continue to support the hero and so on, but I don't think it will be their priority to look into a hero that they can no longer generate revenue. That is from my point of view. And but the whole thing is very reality. Some people ask what happened to the game after 2019. Will we still have a license? Well, if you don't have the license, the server will go dark. I mean, that's the reality. So, well, let me know in the comment box below how it's going to affect you, if at all, how you feel about it. I don't think this is really Gazillian's fault. I mean, it's between Fox and Marvel, but we are just caught in the middle of it. All right, so see you next time. Goodbye.